You are asking for growth, and this is what it looks like. You are not breaking, even though it may feel like everything around you is falling apart, ways that you did not expect or prepare for, and you are not losing control of your life in the way your mind is trying to make you believe. You are awakening. And I know there is a part of you that may resist that statement, because you might be thinking that you have already done the work, that you've already grown, that you've already have yourself together, that you've already reached the level of awareness where this kind of pain should no longer exist in your life. I understand. But awakening does not happen once, and it does not arrive as a final destination where everything suddenly becomes peaceful and easy, because the truth is growth happens in different layers that continues to unfold every time you stretch yourself beyond what feels comfortable or familiar. What you are experiencing right now is another level of that unfolding, another moment of where life is asking you to release what no longer aligns with who you are becoming, even if your heart is still attached to what once felt safe. It may feel like chaos, heartbreak, confusion, or even loss. None of this is here to destroy you, even though that is exactly how you feel when you're there standing in the middle of it. This moment is here to rebuild you in a way that is more honest, more aligned, and more connected to the version of you that you have been slowly growing into, even if you don't know it fully yet. At some point in your life, you asked for growth. Yes, you did. And you ask for change, and you ask for something greater than what you are currently living right now. You may not have known what growth looks like for you, and you may not have expected it to come in this form. But the truth is that your life is responding to what you desired, even if it does not feel like it right now. Because here is the part that is difficult to accept. And yes, it's one of those most honest truths that you will ever have to face. Your new life will require you to let go of the old one. There was a part of you that already knew this even before things began to shift, because you could feel it. You could feel the moments that in the depth of yourself where something did not sit right, where your peace felt disturbed, where you had to convince yourself to stay instead of feeling naturally at ease. And you stayed because there was a part of you that had to convince yourself to stay, but you stayed anyway. Because staying often comes from a place of love, loyalty, comfort of what is familiar, even when it's no longer right for you. And when that happens, life has a way of stepping in, not to punish you, but to guide you back into the alignment when you are unable to make that decision on your own. And I know that can feel painful. And I know it often feels unfair, because it feels like something has been taken from you without your consent. But there is a deeper layer to this that you need to understand. Sometimes what is removed from your life is not meant to hurt you, but to free you from something that would have continued to hold you back, even if it no longer serves you. So right now, instead of you trying to suppress what you are feeling or rushing to move on before you're ready, I want you to allow yourself to fully experience the emotions that are present within you right now. You are allowed to feel sad. You are allowed to feel confused, and you are allowed to feel the weight of the world on your shoulders without judging yourself. Healing does not come from pretending that everything is fine, and it does not come come from rushing through your emotions in attempt to escape them. Healing comes from allowing yourself to feel the process and releasing what is moving through you, while also understanding that you are not meant to stay in that place forever, because holding on to the past, carrying resentment, or replaying what's already happened will only keep you stuck in a version of your life that no longer exists. And I want to ask you something, not to challenge you, but to help you become more honest with yourself. When was the last time you felt truly at peace within your life, within yourself? Not just comfortable, not just manageable, but deeply and genuinely at peace with yourself. Now I want you to take a moment to think about that. Can you remember? Can you remember that time? Be honest with yourself. And if you cannot remember what that feels like, then that alone is your answer, because it means something needs to change, even if you were not ready to make that change yourself. And I know it feels like you are standing in the middle of a storm right now. And I know that storm can feel overwhelming when you cannot see where there is an end or how long it will last. I get it, I understand. But the storms are not permanent, and they do not exist to destroy anything in your life without purpose. They exist to clear what is no longer meant to remain and to create space. And if you allow yourself to grow through the storm, rather than avoid it or resist or fight it, you'll come out of it in a version of yourself that is stronger, clearer, and more aligned than you've ever been before. And I say this not from theory, but from experience, because I too stood there. I stood in that storm in the same place you are all standing there today. Anything I thought I needed was taken away from me, was stripped from me. I was stripped bare. And I tried to hold on to it for as long as I could. And I resisted. I questioned it. And I wanted things to go back to the way they were, even though deep down, I knew that was not meant for me to stay there. And that is the same truth that exists for you right now, even if you are not ready to accept it yet. And that's the key word, yet. You are stepping into the next version of you. And I know it requires trust, especially when you cannot see what is coming. But you need to understand that what is ahead of you has the potential to be far greater than what you have left behind. So, my loves, instead of asking yourself why everything is falling apart, I want you to begin asking yourself, reframe it, and ask yourself what this moment is trying to make space for in your life. Because you are not alone in this process, even though it may feel isolating at times. And there is a version of you on the other side of this experience that is stronger, wiser, and finally free from what once held you back. So right now, I want you to make a decision, not based on fear, but based on self-respect. Decide that you will no longer settle for what is disrupting your peace, and decide that you will no longer betray yourself just to maintain comfort or familiarity. This moment is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of the new chapter, one that requires you to trust and release and to step forward even when you don't have all the answers yet. And remember, yet is the key word, because you are not breaking, you are awakening. And your life is already shifting in ways that is leading you to exactly where you was meant to be. My name is Estella. This is Redefine Her World, where we rise together, heal together, and redefine our world one step at a time. And this is a 7-part series, so don't forget to come and see me again tomorrow. Thank you, my love. Bye.